Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to learn how to create the reports in MS Access. In the other lectures, we have already created the tables and few queries and the forms. So now today we are going to create the reports. A report, in fact, is an object that we create for the purpose of printing normally, right? For example, when you submit your joining and you get your permission form, so it is a printed report having all the course names and their credit hours, right? And similarly, when I go to some shop and I buy something and the shopkeeper provides me a receipt, again it is a report. If I go to some lab for some test and they provide me a piece of paper with the readings on those, so those are again the reports, right? So now we learn how to create these reports. So I will go to the main menu, create, and then I will go to this ribbon where we have the block of reports, right? Report design, blank report, and report wizard. So I will click the report wizard. Now you have a dialog box that you have already seen when we were creating the forms. So it is more or less similar to that form or dialog box. So the first option is to select the table or the queries. So when I'll drop this down, I will find all the tables that I have created and all the queries that we have created over here. So first of all, I will select a table. So this is the table. Then I can select the fields that I want to add in my report. I can remove, for example, city name by this. I can add by this. So in this manner, we can add the fields to include in the report. Then we move to the next. And here we find out that Access is asking us if we want to make any group on the base or group level on the basis of any field. For example, if I say that make a group on the basis of city name and I do this, then you will find that it will show me the data like this. So first of all, the city and all the students of that city, right? So for example, first of all, Abbottabad, then it can be, for example, Bhakkar, then it can be for example Islamabad. So in this manner it will show me the title or the first level of the city and then all the students name, registration number and age, right? So I don't want to create any level right now, so I just remove this and then I press next. So now it is asking me, in fact, I want to sort the data in the report on the basis of any of these fields. For example, if I want that it should be name wise, it should be registration number wise, so I can select one and I can select ascending or descending, right? By clicking this I can mention the ascending or descending. So I don't want any sorting, so I say none and then I go to next. And here we have layout. That is, we have different kind of layouts in Access. For example, in the columnar we will find the columns, all the right numbers, all the names, or right, and in the tabular we will find out the tabular shape in which the registration numbers and registration numbers, then the name and name. So in this manner, so you can mention any of these layout as per your requirement. Then the orientation, portrait or landscape. Normally it is portrait, but sometime when our data is more, our fields are more, so it is better to take the orientation as landscape. So in that manner it will appear or it will provide us more fields on the same page. So I just put it back on the portrait. You can try it with your data by putting more fields in it. And I press next. So now it is asking me for the report name, right? So I will write down the report name, like RPT underscore table student. So it is the report that has been or that is being created on the basis of a table report. So it will show me all the data of student, right? So now it is asking me to modify the report design. Right now I am not interested to change the design. Later on we will add the logo and the titles, labels in the report, but right now I just want to preview the report. I want to finish it, so I will click finish. And now you may see that here is a report. It has been added in the objects report table student, right? So we can see all the data in it. So this data is here, and now if I close it down, it is still here. So whenever I will open this, it will in fact provide me this data, right? So now what I do, I want to change the design of this report. So how can we change the design, and what do we mean by changing the design? For example, I want to add some title in this report, some logo in this report, some address in this report. So we can add different things into it. So it is just like the form in which we used to right click it, and then we used to click the design view. So now we created the report from the wizard with the help of a wizard, and now we are going to design view to do few things from the scratch. So here is the place. I can see a title, I can see the placeholders for the labels and other controls. So I just place it like this. Either I can change the text in it. For example, I say that all your total students. So this will become the title of my report, right? And if I don't want to have it, for example, and I want to add a new one, so let me delete it first. So it is no more there. So what will we do? In fact, we are in the design menu, from where I can select a label. You can see that this is the label. So when I click label, I just click it, I bring the cursor over here, and I just click the left mouse button and I drag and I drop like this. And now I can add the title, for example, total students. And now you may say it is very small or it is not visible. So in fact I need to adjust the properties of this particular label. So what will I do? You can see over here we have only field list on the right hand side, right? But when I will double click it, check, all the properties of this particular control are there. So now I can select, for example, the font size. I make it 20, 22, 24, right? So now it is visible enough, and now I just want to change the color of that particular font or this control. So for color here, and I want to make it black, right? So it is more visible now. And now what I can do is I can change the special effects. You can play with these properties, right? Raised a little bit, shadowed, right? And then I can bring it to the center of the report like this. So this is how we can add the label. If I add another label, for example, I say that okay, fine, we want to add some address over here. For example, office 1, street 2, Islamabad, or telephone number or something else. So you can make it accordingly, right? So now I just change its properties and I only change the color. So for color is black now, like this. I don't want to change its size. Title must be prominent. And now another thing, I want to add a logo or an image on this particular report. So here we have an option logo, right? When I click this, it asks me to select some image, right? And similarly, if I go to this control design, and then I go to the insert image. Again, from here I can add any image, right? So for example, I say that I have some image and I want to add it. So let me see and let me find out. So here are few pictures. I click that and I brought it back. So now here is the image. I can resize it, I can change its location or position. So now in fact I have done nothing. I have added only a label, a main title, some other label, a logo, and now check how does it look like. So I just click, it will ask me to save. Yes, save. And now when I open this report, it will show me this report, right? The logo or the image, then the label and the other label. So in this manner you can just try to make your reports as pleasant as could be and as readable as possible. So you can do this, right? So I hope that you all will be able to create the reports. And one more thing, you can create these reports on the basis of these queries as well. So let me do that. Create, I'm just repeating the process. Create, then go to the report wizard, then select a query instead of query, then it is showing me all the options of that query, then next, and I click it finish. So now you may see that in fact this data is coming on the basis of this particular query, SQL1 query, right? So it is another query now. And now you may see you have two different reports over here, one that we created and changed and one that I just created to show you that we can create on the basis of some query. So it is here, and now you may see that, right? So I hope that you will be able to understand this topic and you will be able to create the reports. Thank you very much and all the best. Inshallah, see you in the class. Thank you very much.